Hey guys, 4BG here. Well, not really, but somewhat. I'm Nick.
I'm Jose.
And our special guest for today, Mr. Doanel. How you doing, dude?
Doing good. How's everybody doing?
Good, good. It's a start of a very hype week or so coming up.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we got we got a little bit to talk about, but I'm not gonna, stay on a lot of these companies for a while. We're just gonna kind of go one by one, say a couple things, and then Nintendo's always the biggest one, so we'll hit that in a second. But yeah, everything I guess is starting off Thursday technically with Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. Nobody really knows what's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm curious. I mean, I feel like he's a big gamer, you know? Like everything
Yeah.
I've seen with him, I mean, he's always very dedicated to what he does, which
Hmm.
I obviously appreciate a ton. And I'm curious. I know I saw today the new Call of Duty season is going to be revealed there, and I'm one of the few people on this earth that still plays Call of Duty, so very excited to see what that's all about. But yeah, I don't, and I saw his face is coming back to Among Us.
Yeah,
So,
I saw it
I
too.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be shown off, but I'm hoping for some big stuff. I feel like this E3 is going to be a weird one because we're still getting back to normal, obviously, and
Hmm.
Sony's just kind of being quiet. So,
Yeah.
we'll see what's happening.
I know he said today, and I was very sad by it. There's no Muppet appearances.
No,
And I'm
really?
like, damn it! That's always the best part of like
Oh
the Game Awards. He always brings out a
yeah,
Muppet. Um,
100%.
but the PlayStation's primarily like the one I'm looking forward to the most out of any company that's going to be at Summer Game Fest.
Are
PlayStation,
they going to it?
yeah, PlayStation's a part of it, but they didn't really say what they're doing. So knowing how
Interesting.
everything's been going in the last couple days, watch like tomorrow or Thursday, Friday, they're like, "Hey, stay to play next week," and then
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm
yeah,
curious. I mean, I just want to like I started playing this kind of off topic, but I started playing Returnal last night, like a month late.
nice.
Um, it's incredible. I didn't think I was gonna like this game. Not that I wasn't gonna like it at all, but I was expecting like just a really kind of pain in the ass roguelike type of game.
Yeah.
Like I love Binding of Isaac, but I know
Hmm.
that's a little bit. That's actually I would say harder than this because this has more of like kind of like Doom arena to it, in a
Yeah.
way. But I don't know if you guys have played, but I love it. I
How
was hooked last night.
how far did you get in it, and are is there like any way to save your progress, or when you
No.
go when you go back into it tonight, it's gonna be from the very start?
Yep.
Oh,
So
see
basically,
that's what
long story
gets
short,
me. That's what gets
yeah.
me.
So I thought it was going to be really bad, but it's not as bad as you would think. I've died, I think, like three times, three or four times. The worlds are big, like
Hmm.
the rooms, like the rooms you go in, like everything is very big. It's very grand. It feels like a $70 game. Like it really, really does. It is
Hmm.
such a well polished game, but I was nervous because I'm like, I'm not good at these games.
Yeah.
It's a very twitchy kind of game. I was really nervous. So, going into it last night, I'm like, let's see. I have like 2 hours before I'm going to go to sleep. Let's see how long I play. And I played for the full 2 hours, never got bored. The first death, funny enough, the title sequence, none of that happens until you die, like the first time. So
Wow.
that's literally the point of the game is to die and to go back into it and go again and again and again because the gameplay never gets stale. You're always it's the shitty part about it is it's a lot of RNG. So,
Hmm.
you know, the first two times I played, I think the first death is planned because it shows a lot of cutscenes, it shows a lot of like kind of more scripted moments in a way, but not
Yeah.
as much as you think. But literally when I first died, it said like Returnal. My controller started vibrating like crazy, and then I literally got an achievement. Like you get an achievement for your first death,
Wow.
um, which is hilarious. But to answer your question, I made it up to the first boss, which I was shocked that I was able to do it. Um, and I made it up to the first boss. I got down. Basically, it has a big health bar and then it has three ticks. So after you get the first tick down, then you get the health bar again the second time. and then a third time, and I made it all the way down to the last health bar, and then I died, which sucks. Because the thing with the game is let's say I got tired and I wanted to take a break before the first boss. If I quit the game, I would have been started back at the beginning again. Like there's literally no save button. It's
Oh,
Jesus.
ridiculous.
that's rough.
Yeah, you would have to. It literally tells you put your PS5 in rest mode to suspend the game, and that's how you save your progress if you need a break.
Wow, and that scares me because of the issue I had with rest mode.
With crashing, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
that would
crashing or God
terrify
forbid a
me.
power outage. Yeah.
Hmm.
So the big thing though is from what I've heard, I watched like a few like PlayStation people on YouTube, and like one of my friends has it, and he didn't beat the boss, but he read some stuff online as well. Something that I've heard, obviously I don't know, I haven't looked too into it, but I'm guessing it's true based on what I've read and seen. After you beat one of, I think there's 3 or 5 main bosses in the game, because there is an ending to the story. Like there is a story. There's a lot of weird little things around each map, tons of collectibles to pick up. Like the game is very generous to you. The guns are very different. Like you start learning the weapons, you start learning how these aliens move. Like it is a lot of RNG, but when you start learning the mechanics and how things move and shoot and all that, you get the hang of it. Because then by like death 2 or 3, I was like, let's go. I'm strapped in. Here we go. Let's get it. But the big thing I found out about is after you kill each boss, it saves your progress. So let's say I beat Act 1, like I beat the first boss, I never have to fight that boss again, ever.
That's good.
Yeah, and it puts me at the start of the second act of the game. So when it gets
That's
harder
cool.
and things like that.
I like that.
So it's like if you're willing to, like, because the game wants you to win. Like they give you a lot. They give you a lot of power ups. They give you a lot of like in-game like not currency, but like the points to level up your perks and things like that. There's a lot of drops. Like there's a lot to interact with. It's just you got to be quick. Like you got to be on your toes with this game. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But enough about that. Let's talk about stuff that's not out yet.
I definitely do want to try it though sometime. Just 70,
yeah, I love it.
70 is very steep of a price for something I don't know if I will entirely enjoy.
The main reason why I wanted to get it is just because like I look and this is kind of what I was going to segue into with just the announcements coming up. Like I'm looking at my PS5 collection right now. Like as I told you previously, like I just beat Ghost on PS4, but technically on PS5, which was great. I had a lot of fun with it. And that was like the swan song for the PS4.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a PS4 at launch, so I don't remember really what the launch games were like around that time. So I don't remember if it was kind of as scarce as it is for the PS5.
I think it really was, because I don't remember. It was around like 2016 where things started to pick up.
Because I got mine in 2015 when Batman Arkham Knight came out. That was the bundle I got with mine. And I look at my PS5 collection. I have 3 games. I have 3 physical copies of games. Like yes, I have Maneater. Yes, I have like Destruction All Stars or whatever. But those are digital, and like some of them are on PS4.
Yeah.
The two out of the 3 games I have, it's Spider-Man, COD, and then Returnal. And Returnal's the only one that's only on PS5.
I think,
which is crazy to me.
Ratchet might be the first one that I get that's
true.
Like true PS5 game.
Like Returnal, I would argue and say Returnal is as well, just because like, dude, the second you start this game up, the controller, oh my god, like it's so weird. It's like how Astra was.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane, and the audio with the Pulse headset, like you hear aliens and it sounds like it's like in your house. It's ridiculous. The sound design in this game. It's very atmospheric. Like it's really cool. And like, I don't know, with Ratchet coming out, I probably won't get it anytime soon just because I haven't played the other games, and I don't want to feel like a fake fan buying the new one kind of thing. And but I will. I am excited to see what that game is going to be like, because dude, if Insomniac can put out 2 blockbuster games in the span of less than 6-7 months, and both games have gotten incredible reviews. I mean, it's amazing what this studio can do.
I will let you know how good Rift Apart will be for like newcomers. Yeah. Because like they're prepping it for newcomers, but I'm looking. No, not like looking, but I know like how the story is going from the trailers, and it's a lot of stuff that they focused on the future trilogy on the PS3.
Okay.
And I'm like, what? And it still bothers me to this day. Those 3 games were some of the best PS3 games, and it never got a port for PS4, never got a remaster.
Oh
And
wow.
when I was replaying them in the last couple of months, I was like, the games look good, but man, if they just remastered it and put out a collection for $40 and like
Mm-hmm.
upscale everything to 4K, these games would look even more beautiful. You'd have people ready and prepped for Rift Apart. It was,
Yeah.
but no, they go and remaster Spider-Man and change Peter's face. But
Mhm.
whatever, but whatever. Insomniac, you do
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But they're doing great though. If they have like a full state of play, I expect a tease for Spider-Man too. But I don't,
Oh, I hope.
it's hard with predicting what PlayStation's gonna do because we really don't know.
Yeah,
You
this is
know.
the first time I think like I mean I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
Like it's
I
weird
I
because it's
think
like
you're right. It's like the first time they're not really doing anything, because like
we
even though
have
last year
yeah,
where we didn't have E3, they still had the
we still
PS5 showcase.
oh the PS5 show, dude. I mean that's coming up on a year in like a few days
Yeah.
already. And I remember I was tomorrow 1 year ago tomorrow I went on my road trip to my girlfriend's house in Illinois, and I remember I was like, I can't wait to watch this event when I
Yeah.
get there, and like all this stuff. And I remember like I probably texted you. I remember the second
Hmm.
they show they blue ball everybody with the stupid Grand Theft Auto 5
Yeah,
trailer. Good
yeah.
lord, that pissed me off. And then the real show started,
Hmm.
and I remember like I'm like, all right. I literally said to Emily, I was like, if they do a Spider-Man game, there's no way they would do it, but I'd be pretty freaking amped if they did a first Spider-Man game. I said that to her. She didn't. I wish I recorded my reaction because the second I noticed like Miles's mask,
Yeah.
I got up from the couch. I was like, no way! Like freaking out. And then like when I saw more of the footage, I was like, okay, this is definitely not DLC. This is a game.
Yeah.
Like this is a full-on game. So there were so many cool announcements last year.
Hmm.
That game Stray, the cat game.
Yeah,
I want to know more about
I
that. It
remember
looks
seeing
amazing.
that. Yeah. Jose, do you remember
So
seeing that?
I'm
It was
Seeing what?
it was the cat game when we watched the PlayStation event last June that they did, and there was that cat game where like wasn't it
Oh,
like in a
what,
city too?
like the knights and stuff?
mhm.
Or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Hold on, let me
I think I
see.
wanted to get that one, but I don't know. I just like forgot about it. Yeah, it was like cat knights or something.
Yeah, hold on, Jose. I'll send you a trailer. I got it. There. Yeah, it was like a cat in like an alleyway, and
It was in like Tokyo, I think.
yeah, it looked weird. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one looked weird and stuff, but
I know there's
Um.
that
I thought you were
furry
talking
game
about
that got
another one.
announced.
Oh my God. Oh, that was so funny.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. I like, whoa,
What was it called? Like Escape from
something high school
yeah,
or
like
something like
Monster
that.
High or something. It was
Something, yeah. I just know I'm not
Oh
buying it.
yeah,
yeah,
we were all like, "What the fuck are they
I think I
doing?"
Yeah.
remember that one.
Oh, it's so weird. Um,
But I mean, yeah, like so what do you guys think for this year? I mean, before we talk Nintendo, obviously, like
hmm,
I'm curious. Like I know Xbox. I have a weird feeling Xbox is going to be big with Bethesda. They're
yeah.
gonna throw. They're gonna do something. They have to.
I just want to hammer a couple more things on PlayStation real quick.
Oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
Horizon might get a release date. I
True.
know they just pushed God of War back to next year, but I feel like if they're gonna push it to next year, they did that like last week or 2 weeks ago, so everybody could get mad then, and then if they show a trailer like in the next couple, weeks, everybody will be like, "Oh, this looks great." And then they'll show
Yeah.
2022, and not everybody will be as mad as they would have been if they just
hmm
boom 2022. You
I
know.
hate to sound like a gatekeeper, but I'm kind of pissed that it's on PS4 as
Hmm.
well. I mean, uh,
A
like I get
part
it.
of me
The PS
is starting to understand that whole thing.
I do understand it. No, I understand it from the second they announced it because
Hmm.
I mean, we are very lucky to own a PS5.
Yeah.
There's like my cousins who buy PlayStations every single year they come out. I mean, they've had their dad had the PS1, played all like WWE games on them, and like from the 1 to the 4 they've gotten on launch. And I remember they were just like, yeah, we don't think we're gonna get the 5 anytime soon. I'm like, that's crazy, because it's like
Yeah.
I still can't believe when you texted me, you're like, yeah, GameStop's servers are down. Be sure to check Amazon. I don't know when they're going up. The second you send me, I have the screenshots still. The second you send me that message, I get the Wario64 tweet notification. PS5 Live on Amazon. Me and Emily are walking through Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. I'm like, Emily, wait a sec, hold on, and I clicked the link on Twitter, and in Twitter, like the Twitter browser, I was already signed into Amazon,
Oh,
and
wow.
clicked 2 buttons, and boom, done. I was like, holy shit. And coming back, because the weekend of my birthday last year, I was in Lake Tahoe. Coming back from Lake Tahoe, seeing the giant Amazon package in my room, I didn't believe it until I literally plugged it in and turned it on. I thought it was some prank. Like it's still insane to me how like hard it is to get this system.
Yeah.
So I do get why God of War is going on both, but I want more games like Returnal. I want more games like Rift Apart. I want to see the max potential of a PS5.
Yeah, exactly.
And sure,
and like that's the thing. Like if God of War doesn't need the power that say like Ratchet and Clank does, like Ratchet it needs the SSD to run. If God of War or like something doesn't need that and it can be developed for PS4 too, then I'm like, okay, go for it.
For sure.
It all depends what they want to do with the technology and
because I think
their
my
ideas.
thing is I don't want to see something get held back because it's going on another system.
Yeah.
Like I want to see the fullest possible potential on the new system. I mean, I get it. Like I understand it. We're all very lucky to have PS5s, but like at the end of the day, it's like it is the new generation, and I know every single generation there's always like those cross-buy games. Right before a newer or like before the next year. I would say I'm gonna guess like Sony's gonna continue working with the PS4 for the next few years, which makes sense. The PS2 was supported up until like 2012, 13, something like that.
There.
So
it's crazy.
I get it. I want to see more PS5. I'm like, give me those exclusives, because I don't think I fell in love with my PS4 when I got it. I don't think I've loved the system as much as I have loved this one since like my PS2. This system is incredible. And the stuff it can do is insane. Like I love the controller, all that. I promise I'm not sponsored, but I do love it.
Yeah, so if they show God of War, it'll probably be a tease. There was also that big report about Last of Us getting remade in like the Last of Us 2 engine. That could be...
I did see that.
That could be like their big holiday title if they just don't have anything else ready. Last of Us Factions, another thing that I heard that they're working on. And then who knows what they're doing with Uncharted, because I heard a couple thousand different things with them.
No, for sure.
But I hope they do a new Uncharted, whether it be Naughty Dog or somebody else, as long as, they get the engine and they get the assets from Naughty Dog, it'll sell. That's a system seller right there.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it this summer, like I told you. I mean, first
I'm
time I'm going to play this.
Very excited for
this game. I've heard nothing but incredible things, so I'm going into it pretty psyched.
Yeah, Jose, Noah's playing every Uncharted on console for the first time this summer. I'm very excited for him.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I didn't have a PS3. I had a 360, so I missed out on like a lot of the the heavy hitters that in that era, I was asking Nick too. I was like, oh, should I play it on PS3 for like that authenticity? But I'm probably just gonna play the remaster versions, because it's the same game. It's just the best possible version of the game.
Yeah.
And I watched.
What's that?
No, I'm just saying, like, those keep you busy and stuff.
No, 100%.
I think 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Jesus, Jose. 5 years ago, I watched you play all the Uncharteds. Holy crap, that was 5 years ago. Oh, yeah, I watched him play every single one of them at my house.
That's crazy.
And it was really fun. So moving on, because I know Jose probably wants to get off in a couple minutes, and we'll take care of the rest. We'll jump to Sunday, June 13th at 3:15 EST, and that's what, 12:15 for you, Noah?
Yeah, 12:15.
Square Enix is going to have their Square Enix Presents, which I am excited for, but I've set my expectations a little, at a minimum for it, because they did say what they're going to focus on for it.
What did they say?
I think they said Avengers, and then a world premiere from Eidos Montreal, and I think they're the ones who did Avengers and Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, world premiere from Eidos Montreal, also featuring Babylon's Fall, Life is Strange: True Colors, and Marvel's Avengers.
Interesting.
I hope, and I don't care at all for Avengers game anymore. I just want to see Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
didn't care
want.
the second it came out, unfortunately.
Yeah, like, I love that they got, like, a great cast of voice actors for it, and I wanted to get into the story because it's Nolan North, it's Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, all these big voice actors, and I dropped it halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's not great.
Yeah.
But, besides all that, I hope, we're probably not going to see anything for Final Fantasy VII Remake, like, Part 2. They might just show something where it's like, Intergrade is out now. Maybe something for Final Fantasy 16. I would love to see something for that.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
Jose, do you think they'll show anything for Kingdom Hearts?
I mean, it'd be nice to.
Yeah, I know. Nomura said he's taken a year off of the series, but they're gonna do a lot next year because it's gonna be the 20th anniversary.
Oh, all right.
They revealed 3 super freaking early, but there's I'm gonna say there's at least 1 to 2 side games before we go into 4. So if anything, they'll reveal a side game, because I know they just wrapped up the mobile game and they wrapped up the plot there, and apparently that's very important. But I'm not watching, a couple hours of cutscenes from a mobile game. I'll wait until they put it in movie form again.
Yeah.
But I heard a rumor last week that Square Enix is making a Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Oh, really?
And I don't know how to process that. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing. If it's going to be like Avengers, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I can't say I have hopes for it, but I'll see how it looks. But anything you're hyped for Square, Noah?
That's the one developer I don't really follow that much, so
Aside from
honestly,
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Balan Wonderland 2? Right? No, that's Ubisoft. That's Ubisoft.
No, that's Square.
Oh, that is Square?
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, then, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kidding about that, obviously. I have not played that game, but I heard it was ass. But I don't know.
That was
can't
such a
really
disappointment.
think of anything.
I didn't play it. I didn't even play the demo. But I remember when they announced it last year, I was like, "Wow, this really looks cool. It has Sonic vibes. It has Billy Hatcher vibes." And then the gameplay came out, and yikes!
Yeah, it does not look good.
Character design is pretty much the only thing they got going for that game. But yeah, that's Square Enix. Warner Bros. Is doing something Sunday, June 13th as well. I don't think they have a time for that. I know that they're the ones in charge of Back 4 Blood.
Oh, true.
So
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have a Back for Blood little presentation, which I'm excited for since I just got into Left 4 Dead last year.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead's great. I would love to see maybe some stuff from that Suicide Squad game because it looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights. More so Suicide
Mm-hmm.
Squad because I like Rocksteady.
If they somehow announce another Batman game, who knows? I mean, never
Yeah.
know.
Aside from Gotham Knights. Jose, did you ever play any of the Arkham games?
No,
No.
not.
I don't know if Cal has it physically or not, but we'll get you to play those games sometime. They're really good.
Oh boy.
If
Yeah,
you
I've seen
like,
some
uh,
parts of it. Looks interesting.
they are kind of the stepping stone of what like how Spider-Man is now. The Arkham games were kind of the big start to how good superhero games are now. But I know
Oh,
you're a DC guy, Jose, so I'm sure
yeah.
you'd like the Arkham series and then Suicide Squad when it comes out because I know that game's gonna be connected to the Arkham series in some way. But
Right.
and then if they show anything for Hogwarts Legacy, I know they pushed it back to next
They
year.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Um. I'm not the first time to admit I haven't seen all the Harry Potter movies. I'm not too big into the series. I like it, just I haven't devoted time to watch all the movies.
If I, by the way, you can cut this out. I'm eating, so I'm just gonna mute myself whenever I'm munching.
All good.
But anyway, back into it. If that Hogwarts game got announced 10 years ago, I'd be fucking there at the GameStop's front door, second release. I used to go to all like the midnight premieres. Like I just actually, when I was home last year for like quarantine stuff, I sold all my wands. I have like 2 or 3, I think, still.
Mhm.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I think it looks really cool. I just feel like Harry Potter's kind of dead now. Like the
Yeah.
what's the new movies? Whatever the new movies are not really that
Fantastic
good.
Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like cool to see them finally doing like a big budget Harry Potter game, like a role playing game like that. I'd love to, be my own
Yeah.
wizard at Hogwarts and go through the ranks and stuff. I think that's literally I don't know understand how they haven't done that, but I don't know. I'm curious to see how it's going to be when it comes out.
I like to see them do like like I guess did they say it's going to be online? I didn't really follow a lot of what they said, but if it's going to be online, I'd like
I
to see
don't know.
like a alpha or a beta released for it so people
Can like test it and stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. Same thing with Back for Blood. I fully expect a beta for that. Yeah, that's Warner Bros. I don't think they have much else going for them. But let's see. Next one.
Cyberpunk. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god, yeah, Cyberpunk coming to you again for $60.
I'm so happy I never got into that game. I'm telling you, man.
I got it, and good thing I got it for a cheaper price. I got it like for $40. And
That's good.
At that point, I was like, you know what? For $40 for a game that's gonna be playable someday, okay, why not? Wasn't the biggest...
my friend was trying to defend it to me when it came out. He's like, dude, he's like, my PC has no issues. It's only on the Xbox and PlayStation.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like,
and
sure.
That's the thing. I've heard it's fantastic on PC. But not everybody has a 3080 that they're gonna
computer.
drop.
Yeah, exactly.
To play a fucking Keanu Reeves simulator.
Literally.
Next one that's big for Jose, Capcom, Monday, June 14th at 5:30 p.m. EST. That would be 2:30 Pacific, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they just announced that time today, and they said that they're gonna show something Resident Evil Village. I'm guessing it's just gonna be DLC because it really can't be much else other than DLC. they said Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2, and then the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I've never tried any of the Ace Attorney games. I heard they're good, but I've never cared for any of them to get into, really.
Were people? Oh no, I'm thinking of Ubisoft. I know people were hoping for new Splinter Cell games.
Mm-hmm. And I've been hearing some rumblings about that too.
Yeah.
And then I'll
I don't
go
know
into
much about
Ubisoft in a couple minutes. Jose, I'm hoping for you, and I think a lot of people have been saying this as well. Mega Man Battle Network Collection.
Oh, people have been talking about that.
Yeah, a lot of people have been wanting a Battle Network collection, and because they've done a handful of collections already, but I guess Battle Network's the next one for them to do.
I don't know. It seems like so many years have passed.
Yeah,
Stuff.
well, they love re-releasing all those old Mega Man games. They've been re-released to hell and back.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 maybe. That might be a pretty big one that they show. At least maybe a tease for it. I'm not really a big Street Fighter person, so I don't know how much support Street Fighter 5 has still. Were you into that at all, Noah, when it came out?
I never played Street Fighter besides like arcades.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been more like Mortal Kombat, but even Mortal Kombat, I don't play nearly as much.
Yeah,
I think I'm good
same.
at the games, but I'm not, you know.
And then I think Dragon's Dogma 2 is another game I've been hearing that will be shown. I don't know anything about Dragon's Dogma except for the fact that the main guy who does the Devil May Cry games will be working on it, so I don't think that they'll have like a DMC6, even though I would love to see DMC6. But getting into the DMC series has taught me that they wait a long time for those games. I don't know if I'm hoping, but maybe they'll surprise us with the reveal of Resident Evil 4 remake.
I thought that came out on PS4, right? Was there no remake for it?
Remaster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Capcom had that big freaking leak last year, and the 4 remake was on that list. So maybe it'll happen. I know, Jose, we talk about it almost like every week because we've been playing 4 on the channel.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And
because they've done remakes of 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 now. And then some people are saying, "Oh, what if they do a Code Veronica remake next?"
Interesting.
Well, Jose, what do you think's more likely, a 4 remake or a Code Veronica remake?
I mean, I'd like to say 4 and stuff because you know it's more of a popular.
Yeah,
I haven't played Code Veronica and stuff personally.
Yeah, 4 is like one of the most highly talked about and highly I lost the words I'm looking for, but it's a very high praised game. And people love that.
I've never played any Resident Evil, which I'm still kicking myself about that too.
I still recommend 8 to you, even if you haven't played any of them, because they do a
I'm planning on doing 7. I'm planning on doing 7 and then 8, because 7 comes free with the collection, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I played a little bit of 7 in 2016 when it came out on VR, because I was going to do like a whole VR.
Dude, we were there when it got revealed at E3.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
Oh, that was so fun.
Dude, that was the best. That conference, was that 2016, right?
I think that was 2016, yeah, because it came out 2017.
That was the best. I think that's still my favorite E3.
I miss the E3 experience. That was so freaking cool.
Dude, I vividly remember.
2 great years.
I was like, yeah, save your battery. Don't worry about anything. I don't think they're gonna follow any Death Stranding with anything. And then I'm just a boy from Queens. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah. They had some heavy hitters. And then I think it was 2017 where they showed God of War. No. It was 2016 and
It was 2016.
17.
Yeah, they opened with it.
Yeah, they opened with God of War, and then in 2017 they had the World Serpent trailer. I guess that's the one thing I remember from it is the World Serpent. Yeah, I do miss that, but yeah, definitely play 7. I'll probably go back to it, but I don't know how much I'll like it now that I've been spoiled to death with 8 and how good 8 was.
Is 8 really that good? Like, I'm not doubting you. I'm just curious. Is it really that good?
Jose knows. I tried Resident Evil 4. I couldn't get into it. I put about 20-30 minutes into the 2 remake. I didn't really give that one enough time for me to form an opinion on it. I played a couple hours of Resident Evil 6 when it first came out in 2012, and I never beat it.
Are the remakes in first or third person?
The remakes for 2 and 3 are in third person.
Okay.
And 1, I guess, because 1's like the hallway. I call it the hallway simulator.
Yeah, with the doors.
Yeah. But 8 was in first person.
I watched Donkey's. Okay, yeah, I watched Donkey's video about 1, and he's like, it doesn't take 1 bullet to kill a zombie. It takes 2, 3, 4, and he just keeps counting.
Yeah, and that in 8, it takes a lot of bullets to kill them damn things.
Really?
Yeah, like they're bullet sponges. Even on normal, they're bullet sponges. I was like, damn, man, that it takes a while for those things. Even if you shoot them square in the head, it'll take about 3 or 4 good headshots to put one of them down. But like, and you know me, I'm not like a big fan of first person shooters at all. But for whatever reason, 8 just grabbed me. I've really liked it.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing it.
It's not my game of the year, but it's definitely one of them. And I know it'll definitely be nominated in December, hands down.
Yeah, I'm excited to check it out, honestly. I think that's a game I might wait and pull, like, you know, the Christmas noob thing.
Yeah.
You know, just wait until like my birthday or Christmas later this year, just because, like, I'm interested, but I still got to get through Uncharted. I've been saying I'm going to play this series forever, and like finally now with my PS4 collection and just video games in general, it's kind of like now I'm kind of just doing catch up where I have all these PS3 games, all these PS2 and 1 games. I'm really mainly focused on like the 3 and 4 games that I want to play. And when I mean like 3, I mean like games like Uncharted, Heavy Rain, things like that, which I finally own now because I still obviously I have my PS3 now, and then with the remastered versions and things like that. So I really want to not even just trophy hunt, but just play the games I've missed all these years. Because not saying that there wasn't good things on Xbox, there was. Oh my god, there were good things on Xbox. But I mean, dude, the PlayStation Classics, like, you know, there are some heavy hitters. As much as the PS3 wasn't necessarily the most popular console at the time, even though it did technically sell more. I mean, that's where all the action was for like, you know, the new IPs and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by a Smash thing real quick, but yeah, moving on. We'll do Sega next because they said they're gonna be a part of E3, but they didn't announce what they're doing. Everything from Sega really for me is Atlas, and what I want to see from Atlas. I
want Sonic 06 too.
I want to see more of that Sonic game that they teased a couple weeks ago, but we're not going to see more of that. We're not going to see that for another who knows how long.
For a while.
Yeah. I'd love to see a Persona 6 tease because
that'd be cool.
It's been 5 years since 5 came out in Japan. So
Oh wow. Okay.
it's time to at least poke the bear. And
Mm-hmm.
Jose, you know how early they tease those games and at least announce them.
Yeah,
But I think it's time
basically.
for at least a reveal. Like, just give us the logo and tell us it's in development.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would. What would be even nicer is if they remake Persona 3, which I still want them to do, because they have all the assets from the dancing games. They have all the character models, all the locations, all in the 5 engine, because the dancing games run on Persona 5's engine. They have all that set. All they gotta do is reconstruct the game, and then boom, done. That's, to me, they're just sitting on a lot of money with that. But I don't know really what Sega's doing. It could just be them showing like Lost Judgment, because I know that's like their big game for later this year. There's been reports for at least a year now about like a new Super Monkey Ball game. I would love that.
Oh, hmm.
And apparently it's gonna be like the original, like 2, Jose. It's gonna be like the
I would love
arcade style.
a new Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like,
the original one. I mean,
oh, so
Emily's
good.
sitting across from me right now, so she's gonna listen to what I'm about to say. But I went out of my way last year for her birthday to get her Banana Blitz HD for the Switch. The second she popped it in, she was like, "This game sucks." And you know what she did 2 weeks ago? She returned it, or she, sold it.
we
So, I mean, I get it. I know that game wasn't that good, but I didn't know going in. I
Yeah.
just knew that was the only Monkey Ball game on the Switch. So I was like, "Oh, cool. She likes monkeys and balls. Let's put both together. Monkey Ball." I don't know.
Yeah, we tried Banana Blitz on the Wii a couple years ago, and it was a disaster.
Oh, it was on Wii U?
Just regular Wii.
What? It's from. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I
dude,
knew it
that's
was
a
on the regular Wii.
2006 game. I think that was a Wii launch title.
What?
Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I think it was a Wii launch title.
Oh,
And
God.
that game was the shits.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll have to
I
send
wish
you
I knew.
I'll have to send you a clip later of when we played it.
Yeah.
Like, it was so bad it was funny.
Interesting.
And like,
But yeah, the original ones, I mean, on the PS2 were kick
yeah,
ass.
the originals
the GameCube.
are amazing, and I
Yeah.
wish I could.
Even the mobile game was great. I used to play on the iPod Touch back in
Mhm.
like 08 or 09. There was a Super Monkey Ball game on mobile. That was incredible.
I love playing Super Monkey Ball Jr. on the Game Boy Advance. I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was so fun. I think that was the first one I played, even before any of the like main ones.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then they had the spiritual successor that just some random indie developers made, and I got it on PC, and it was really fun. And then I kind of crashed my computer, so yeah, I ain't playing that again until it's on a system.
Yeah.
And no, I swear to God, I haven't played a game on the PC since. That scared me so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 5. I think I counted 5 blue screens of death.
Oh, Jesus.
And
Where did you play the game from? Where did the game come from?
It was a early access on Steam.
Oh, it came from Steam and it crashed your computer.
Yeah, and
No shit.
it wasn't while I was playing the game. It was I recorded it, and when I went into my editor, it crashed every time I opened the editor.
Oh, no way.
And oh, what a nightmare. Thankfully, I had to do a system restore to like a couple months back, but everything was fine after that. So I was like, "Yep, I'm uninstalling that. See you later." Jose, do you want to stay, or do you want to stick around for Nintendo, or what do you want to do? That's up to you.
Oh, I was gonna probably like head out
Okay, yeah, no problem.
in the view.
We got it from here. Because
Here.
only thing left, I think, besides Nintendo, we'll probably talk about Ubisoft a little bit, Microsoft. Hopefully for you, Jose, and for us, they show Perfect Dark, but I don't know. They love to reveal games and not show them for years.
Right.
That's kind of Microsoft's thing. What do you think, Noah, we'll see from Bethesda on their end?
I think I don't even know. I mean, with the Xbox acquisition for almost Netflix for Bethesda, um, it's big. Like, originally people were like, "Oh, they're not going to do exclusives," and then it was like kind of revealed, "Oh no, they're going to be doing
Yeah.
exclusives," which is fine. I mean, and I know the way Xbox does exclusives is like it's Xbox and Windows, so I got a PC. Like I mean,
Yeah.
not everybody has a PC, obviously, but the nice thing I think Sony's now doing is exclusives for. I mean, they just launched their Steam page with
Mm.
PlayStation Studios, so it'll be nice to see like Sony exclusives like Horizon go to PC kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm a little petty, and it's nice to have like a game that's only on my system, like that's always cool. But I don't know. I think with Bethesda, Starfield was announced to be coming out next year.
Yeah, and I think
I think.
I think they confirmed that's going to be shown.
Oh, really? Okay, so that'll be huge if that's actually shown, like gameplay, not even just a
Mm.
trailer. That's an entirely new IP. I hope to God it doesn't go the cyberpunk route. It's all this hype and all this discussion, and then the game, kind of just is like wah, wah,
Fizzles.
like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth like nobody talks about cyberpunk anymore. Like even all these updates, no one cares about it anymore.
Mm.
So I'd love to see a brand new IP just completely, break through and do something different and something cool. I want to see something cool. Um, Elder Scrolls 6, who knows? They showed the
Yeah.
logo like what, 2, 3 years ago. So
Yeah,
who
that
knows? I
that
mean,
that was at least 2-3 years ago. That was a
it's
while
been a
ago.
minute, yeah. So I mean, who knows with that? But if anything, and then Deathloop, obviously, but I don't think they're going to show that at
Hmm.
Microsoft since that is a PlayStation exclusive. Um, it's a PlayStation
Yeah,
and PC exclusive,
that's
so.
gonna be weird because that is Bethesda, but it's also a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
That's
because they
weird.
did that. I know it is weird because I never thought that was a PlayStation exclusive because I always associate Bethesda with like PC. Like every Bethesda game,
Yeah.
I always think of like a computer because they're so insane.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm curious to see how that's going to go. But I really think the two main games are going to be Starfield and possibly Elder Scrolls. I don't think they're gonna because I can't think of anything else they have. I mean
Yeah.
Doom, maybe Doom DLC. I have no idea,
I
but
don't
probably
think they'll
not.
do Fallout 5
No
yet.
way,
I don't think they'll do
not
that yet.
yet.
If
Yeah.
anything, because I think they acquired them too. Obsidian, isn't that? I think that's the developer who did Outer Worlds. I think. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'm
be
not too
surprised
sure.
if we saw an Outer Worlds 2 there, because I know
Hmm.
that kind of took over like what Fallout used to be.
Because I think Xbox will have a new like Forza game. I'm guessing
Oh
if they
yeah,
haven't
they
already.
have to.
That's like
Um,
that's a guarantee. I feel
Hellblade
like Sony will
2.
probably show off new Gran Turismo as well.
Yeah.
So I'm
Hellblade
curious.
Senua's Sacrifice, I think it's called, or
I don't even know what that is.
whatever the second Hellblade game is. I tried the first one when it came out on PS4. At the time, it was a PS4 exclusive, and
Hmm.
it was trippy. I never beat it, but it was very trippy. Um,
Interesting.
I think they'll show Fable. Fable
Oh, that's right. Yeah, new
might
Fable.
be their
That's
big
true.
thing. Like I was telling Jose, I would love to see Perfect Dark. I would cry.
Has that been like like teased and all, or
Yeah,
is that just like a dream thing?
they announced it at Game Awards,
Oh, really? Oh,
but
that's right. That's right. That's right.
but
That's right.
like
That's right.
I love that they announced it, but that's one of the things where I'm like, I wish they're a couple years into development so they could show what it looks like and show what it
Mm-hmm.
plays like because
Mm-hmm.
this could go a couple thousand ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like Perfect Dark has a lot of games to pull from. They have two. They have
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Dark on the 64 and then the remaster for 360 and then they have Zero which was a 360 launch title. So
Oh, interesting. Okay.
it's weird. I hope it's more like 64 or like the Xbox Live arcade version of it because that to me is a perfect game. That
Mm-hmm.
in my eyes is how everybody sees and remembers GoldenEye because everybody raves about GoldenEye and how good GoldenEye is. GoldenEye sucks now. You
Mm.
cannot play GoldenEye 007 in 2021. Right, Jose? We've tried.
Oh yeah,
It's horrible to play.
Yeah, I've heard.
yeah, it's
I know the game
pretty
is great, but
bad.
I've heard the game just hasn't aged well because
Oh,
it's like super clunky and shit.
yeah, like
Hmm.
the remaster that they did for Perfect Dark on the Xbox 360 is perfection. That is a perfect first-person shooter to me, and like that's where Halo took from. Like those were the pioneers of first-person shooters. Aside from like Doom, of course, but like
Hmm.
when you're talking split screen and chaos with your friends, that they were the pioneers of it. So I just hope, because it's not rare anymore. It's the initiative, I think. I just hope that they remain true to a lot of what the original Perfect Dark was, because then it'll hey, my stupid cat's going nuts. Oh my god. Oh, this is a disaster. Stop, buddy. Jesus. Holy crap. It's what happens when we have a female cat and a male cat.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting a cat out here in California soon when I move.
Yeah, keep me updated on that.
I will.
I
I
would
will.
love to see that. I love your cat back home.
Oh God, she's a weirdo.
um, I don't think it'll happen, but I'm just gonna mention it again. Banjo, I've given up fucking hope.
Yeah.
All hope's lost. But who knows? I don't. I can't even go and speculate anymore because I just they
When it
forgot
happens, it
about him.
happens. You know.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
they forgot about him. They're not gonna do anything.
Mhm.
As much as I want them to, and as much as they need a platformer that will rival something like Ratchet and Clank, they're
Yeah.
not gonna do it. Same thing with Conker. Conker's done. There's nowhere that there's gonna be another Conker game again. At all,
Yeah.
because that game was so politically incorrect and that game was so
Mhm.
messed up for the time. The creator of Conquer said a couple years ago he can't make another game like that again.
Mm.
Like it would get like not like canceled in the way it gets canceled, but like the game would get canceled.
Yeah.
So quick. They cannot do another Conquer, and that just it's sad. But I'd love to see Banjo, but I don't see it happening. We got him in Smash. That's all that matters. Buddy,
Yeah.
buddy,
Definitely.
knock it off. Stupid cat. All right, Jose, you want to stick around for anything else, or are you going to dip? Up to you.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out.
All right, we'll cover the last couple companies, and then call it a day. So, thanks for doing this, dude.
Sounds good.
I know it's late for you.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I will see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See you later.
See you, dude.
Yeah. See you, Noah. Yep. See ya, viewers.
All right, so we just have a couple left.
Mhm.
Let's see. I did originally want to go in order, but I figured we'll let Jose talk about whatever he wanted to talk about first. We'll go to Ubisoft, I guess, because that's Saturday. That's this Saturday at 3 Eastern.
Mhm.
Like you said before, oh shit, Splinter Cell, right?
Yeah, I mean that would be cool. I've never played any of them. I just know a few of my friends have been like
Yeah.
freaking out. You know.
I've heard nothing but good things about him.
Same with me. Yeah. So that
It'd
would
be
be
cool.
pretty cool.
I want an update on Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's been years. They showed it.
Has
and
that
they
is that
hyped it up.
announced?
Yeah, it was a couple of
Really?
years ago they announced it. They hyped
Oh,
it up
no.
and then fell off the earth.
Wow.
We'll probably see the next Just Dance, of course, because they do that every year. Every single year.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
want there to be a new Rayman game, but
I used to love the Rayman games, and even Rayman Raving Rabbids. Like the ones on the Wii
hmm,
were my favorite.
I loved just like the regular platformers like Rayman 2,
Mm-hmm.
Rayman 3, and then like I didn't get into the 2D ones. My mom really loved the 2D ones,
Nice.
but I want them to go back to 3D for Rayman, but I think the creator of Rayman's not even with Ubisoft anymore. I think he retired. So, I don't know if they're going to do
Interesting.
anything with it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
One game I think is 100%, well, not 100%, but I think it has a very good chance of being announced. Mario and Rabbids 2.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I know the first game. I never played it, but I heard it was really good.
I played a little bit of it. I got stuck and then I just
Mm-hmm.
never went back. But it sold incredibly well for it being a very risky kind
Weird
of,
game.
yeah,
Yeah,
collaboration.
yeah.
And I know that they had the DK DLC, which looked really cool, and I know it had Grant Kirkhope, who did the Banjo games and DK64, so it had a great soundtrack,
Mm-hmm.
and like it it felt cool to play, but it was also weird because it was XCOM, and I didn't know how to play XCOM, so I had to learn. But it, from what I remember, it was very very heavy on the tactical side, which
Mm-hmm.
that's XCOM. Um, I've also heard a few people say that they wish Ubisoft would just get like full control over Star Fox after doing Starlink
Oh,
a couple years
funny you
ago.
say. Wait, so Ubisoft did Star Fox?
They didn't do any mainline Star Fox games, but they did Starlink, and they had Star Fox in Starlink for Switch.
Mm-hmm. It's funny you say that. I'm literally gonna help Emily boot up my N64 right now because when we were at a game store last week, in Wisconsin, in the front of the store, it just kept playing the repeat, like the intro to Star Fox 64 on repeat.
Nice.
So all I kept hearing was dun 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 dun. We need your help, and like it
We
was making
need
her go
your help,
crazy.
Star Fox.
So she was like, "Do you have the game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." I'm like, "Do you want to play it?"
Yeah,
Um,
I'll get
yeah,
into
I don't know
Star
what else.
Fox in a second when we talk about Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
what else I could see from Ubisoft. Like, uh,
I
who
think it
knows?
might
Honestly,
be,
that studio pisses me off. So
yeah,
I don't. There's not much I expect from them because every time they put something out, I'm like,
it might
so.
be a little early for the next Assassin's Creed because I know that they're doing the gap now for it, which is nice because
Hmm.
it just ends up in being a better product. So
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't think we'll see anything from that series, but who knows?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's see. What else do I have? Take Two is Monday, June 14th, and
Is that? Oh, that's like 2K, kind of like
yeah, and the
Rockstar.
only thing I could think of is just the GTA 5 updates for the next gen.
God, just give me a sixth fucking game, please. It's
I
been so long. Like I know us as consumers, we can't be like, please,
yeah,
big developer, make a game, you know? But like, man, why do we need five on three different generation
generations. Yeah,
systems?
it's
Like
fucking
for
nuts.
for PS4 and Xbox One, I get it. You know,
Hmm.
it, GTA 5 came out the end of 2013, right as the new consoles are coming out. I completely understand why they would take a year
Yeah.
and then put it on a new system, you know? But like, oh my God. I mean, the only thing I know from the announcement last year at the PS5 thing was just that people were pissed. People were disappointed. Like the
Yeah.
Rockstar logo comes up. Imagine if it was actually GTA 6.
Hmm.
Oh my God. It would be like when Steve was in Smash, the internet would explode.
Yeah.
People would be like, imagine coming out and being like, hey, not saying it's an exclusive, but premiering it with the reveal of the console, like, hey, here we go, GTA
Yeah.
6, let's
Right.
get it. Like, oh my God, man!
Would have
Like, I
been
remember
huge.
freshman year of college in 2016 when they announced Red Dead 2. Like, I've
Yeah,
never played the
I
Red
was
Dead
gonna bring
games,
that
but
up.
yeah, like I remember I never played the Red Dead games, but my good friend Dan, who was my roommate freshman year, um, we were sitting in our writing class at 8 a.m. and he's like a diehard Red Dead guy, and I pulled up Twitter on my iPad and he was sitting next to me, and he like noticed the Rockstar logo was red. He like leaped in his chair. He's like, "There's no way." He's like, "Is that like a color error on your screen or something?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I just like it's 8 a.m." So I clicked on the thing, and like then they posted like the red photo of just the Rockstar logo, and he's like, "No fucking way they're doing a second game. There's no way." And like I remember a bunch of like people that I follow were going crazy. So it's like they know we want it. Rockstar
Yeah.
knows we want it. But money talks, and those stupid shark cards are
Yeah.
gonna keep,
Mm-hmm.
spending the money on GTA Online. I'm like, I
Um,
just want a new game.
I
I
heard
love five.
something else about Bioshock 4 might be revealed. I think that's
Mm,
2K.
yeah,
I
I think
never
so
played
too.
any of the Bioshock games, so I don't really know
Me
too
neither.
much about it, but I know people would go nuts over another one.
Hmm.
Um, moving on. Tuesday at 11 Eastern, Bandai Namco's doing something. Everybody's
Oh, I
gonna be
don't
like,
even.
"Give me Elden Ring, give me Elden Ring." First of all,
Oh, is that them?
yeah. Like, first of all, it's a Souls game. I don't care about a
Yeah,
Souls game.
yeah.
So maybe they'll show something from that. Um, and the only other thing I had down there, because Bandai Namco's like a lot of like anime based games. Um,
Hmm.
there will probably be a good chunk of those. And all I want is a new Pac-Man game. I just want a new Pac-Man
Yeah, that would be
platformer.
cool. Pac-Man World, I'd be down.
Yes, I want a world collection. You don't even have to make them insanely pretty. Just straight ports. Just give me one, two,
Yeah,
three.
I would
Just give me
love that.
one, two. I don't really care about three.
Yeah, I
But
would love
I
that.
would love that. Everybody wants a World 4. I've been wanting a World 4 for years, and it's
Hmm.
just never happened.
Yeah, no, those games are great.
Yeah, I really, really would love to see them do something else with Pac-Man, because it's just been freaking years since they've done anything like
No, for sure.
3D platformer wise with Pac-Man.
I'm curious too with Elden Ring. I just looked it up again because I forgot about it. Like, it's obviously it was announced for PS4 and Xbox One, but like that's the thing that's getting me annoyed, man. Like they announced these games 2 years ago, and they're gonna obviously take freaking forever for them to come out. But why are they gonna come out for the? I know they're gonna come out, but that's my problem. It's like the Cyberpunk thing. They should have just said screw it and play it and have it, on the new systems only,
Yeah,
or do a dual development. Because like, man, I don't know, man. Like, it's these massive games that get announced, and then they come out on the old systems, and they're only really made for the old systems. Where if a massive game like Elden Ring comes out on the PS5, like it's built for PS5 but also works on PS4, or it's built for Series X and it also works on Xbox One, like
mm,
that makes more sense because then they could really do the real deal. Like you're gonna get the full game
yeah,
versus like a half-assed version of it. And I think that's why Cyberpunk was such a pain, for
yeah. Because they had so many
to work.
versions to test and bug test and
Hmm.
get everything right, and I guess it just became too much for them,
Yeah.
and they knew people would be pissed if they just pushed it back even more.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, finally, an hour somewhat in the main event, Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, Nintendo
I
Direct.
will have a heart attack.
Oh, I'm
I
so
ge- I hope I'm
ready.
hoping
I'm
I'm
so
hoping.
ready.
Dude, I don't want
Ugh,
to be like the Direct that was back in February. I don't want to see no DC game, DC
yeah.
superhero girls. Like they said 45 minutes of what? They didn't say Nintendo exclusive, but they said 45 minutes of games.
They said
I
software,
mean,
so I'm,
software. That's right.
and we've been texting every day about this
I
stupid
know.
Switch Pro,
I
and
know, dude.
it's like,
It's
guys, the clock is ticking. You don't have
yeah.
much time left.
Like I don't know if they're. I don't like obviously I tell myself this every day. Like I'm like it's like me like working for a company, like me working at Razer. Like I can't be like, oh, Nintendo release this because who knows what's going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes. But like I don't know if it's because I think the two biggest things for me right now. Not that I'm going to get a Switch Pro. What was it? I don't know if you heard that car. That car was flying by my house. I don't know. Like, I'm probably not going to get a Switch Pro just because I don't need it.
Yeah.
And like, to be honest, I don't touch my Switch nearly as I play like my PS5 or my PC. Funny enough, now my PS Vita. I love the Switch. I think it's an amazing system. It is still one of the coolest things I've ever seen in video games. And to be able to play, like, I mean, I knew I was losing. I knew this thing was insane the day I got it. But I remember when Galaxy was announced, I vividly remember, and like we knew it was coming. You know, we knew Galaxy was getting a port. But I remember laying in my bed, watching the trailer, and I started fucking crying because it's my favorite game of all time. One of my favorite games of all time, if I'm not counting Portal. But being able to play this in the car, if you told me that 10 years ago, I'd been like, no way, you know? And the system is incredible. And if they make a pro version of it, or I should say when, because there's a lot of signs pointing to it, I can't imagine what's going to happen with the system. Because, like, sure, you know, we have, you know, there's things like xCloud, there's things like Stadia, you know, but that all relies on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, they're the only, and like, yes, we have things like the PS Vita. Is that noise outside my house? Sorry, living in LA, it's something new every night.
Yeah, I want them to do it already, especially if they're going to show Breath of the Wild 2. It needs to be shown on this new hardware. Because, like, Breath of the Wild already, you know, it ran pretty good on a regular day one Switch. It was a little choppy here and there, but, like, who knows what they're going to do with the second one, because we've only seen a couple seconds of it, you know, and it really doesn't tell you anything about how the gameplay is going to be, if it's going to be a completely different style than the first one, if it's going to be even as open as the first one, you know, stuff like that.
For sure.
I do think we're going to see it.
Hang tight 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I mean, I don't know, man. I think Nintendo, Breath of the Wild. I mean, with the Switch Pro, I think it's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to do a here's my thing. It would make sense if they do a pre-E3 announcement. There's 3 ways I could see it. There's 3 ways I could see this happening. They're going to do a pre-E3 announcement and just say Switch Pro's coming, or the hell is that outside?
I'm thinking they might do something where it's like on Monday they announce the damn thing, and they're going to be like, make sure to catch it in action tomorrow, where we show off how powerful it is. I feel like at this moment, or at this time, that's kind of their best option.
Yeah,
they're running out of time. But I do think Zelda's going to be shown. I think it's going to get a release window, hopefully a date. I would love a release date, full title, you know, all of that, and then they'll play like 30 minutes of it in the treehouse.
Oh, true. That's true. Yeah, I'm curious, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that Nintendo's going to do. I mean, Metroid Prime 4 was announced forever ago.
I could send you a whole list of, or a whole picture of it in a little bit. I have like a whole list here just to hit real quick. The one thing I'm looking forward to the most, even out of the entire Direct, and I hope they do it, nothing's confirmed, but I really hope Nintendo New York has people in the building again watching.
Oh, dude.
That's the one thing I'm really hoping for, because those are some of my favorite videos to watch. Like the night
I know
after.
I told you this all the time, and I cry over the stupidest shit. But like,
dude, I get chills whenever I watch any of those videos.
Oh my god,
the
those
banjo
videos
one
are the best.
The banjo one, dude. Oh, every time it gets me.
The second that
jiggy
hits. Yeah. I mean, Etika, obviously, rest in peace. Love that dude. I mean, he was my go-to reactioner for like Nintendo stuff. I mean, Maximilian dude's great.
Yeah, Maximilian dude does everything.
Awesome. He does everything, but I love those Nintendo World reactions are always they're always like it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like when
and you feel the hype. Like you don't even have to be in the room. You feel the energy from
I love with those reactions, specifically the one where they announced like everyone is here.
Yeah.
I mean, when it says everyone is here on screen, I don't know if this is just me, but in the reaction of everybody in Nintendo New York, it's like everyone's obviously going ballistic when it says everyone is here, and then
They
people
didn't
go even
process it.
more crazy.
They didn't process it right
People
away.
go even more crazy when Pichu pops up and the camera starts shaking and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh fucking A, this is literally everybody."
And Snake,
like,
and that's right when the everyone is here appears, when Snake just
when Snake pops in, yeah,
up.
dude. I remember watching that live, like not the reaction, but I remember watching like the event live at my apartment that I was subletting in Boston, going into junior year of college. And I remember my friend and I were like, we couldn't believe it. Like him and I are not massive Smash players. He plays more than me, but like I grew up playing Brawl. That was my first one. I had what's it called, 64. I never had Melee, but I had I had 64 and Brawl, and played Brawl, like the Subspace mission, whatever that one is, like
I
the
love
maze.
Subspace Emissary.
Yeah,
love that.
Played that all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've played Brawl, like when I was younger. It was a big part of my life in 2008, because that's when I was living at my grandma's house when my house was like getting rebuilt. So that was like all I did was sit in her basement and play that game. But anyway, yeah, man, I'd love to see it in person. I mean, I don't know. I know New York is obviously, the world is 20,000 times better than it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
I have hope that they're gonna do it.
I do too.
Not
yeah,
like,
I mean, I do too.
Not like hope is completely lost this time around.
No, I could see it. I mean, this, like I said, like I've been telling all my friends this, and I told you too. It's like, dude, I went to the movies 3 times. I went to the movies. Let me think. I went to the movies 3 times in the past week. That's. I feel like I'm back.
Yeah,
like
right.
It's life is normal. I used to go when I lived in Boston. I would go to the Lowe's that was up the street from Emerson, like every other day, because it was a 5 to 7 minute walk. Like I could see it from the front of my Emerson.
We're getting there.
I know, dude. It's so nice to be able to see things like I saw. I'm not really a fan of the Quiet Place movies, but I'll go see them because I saw the first one. But the theater was packed. People were going crazy. Like I saw The Conjuring on Sunday in the middle of the day, sold out show. Like there was still social distancing and stuff between the seats because they have to do that a little bit more until the 15th for us. But it's crazy. It's like things are back, and like we're one step closer to gaming events and like concerts and stuff. But if PAX West gets a green light later this year, I mean, I hope to go. I know PAX East is 100% next year. I would guess so. So, I know I just know, like, I'm going off on a little tangent, but I know things like these events, when E3's in person, when PAX is back in person, like specifically gaming events, there's no better fan than a gamer. And gamers are insane people. And I know going for someone like me that's been to PAX 9 years in a row, this year being my first year I'm missing, obviously, because there is no East. It hurts. It's going to be online this year, and it's not going to it's going to be cool because PAX Online last year was awesome. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with East, because East is still, I don't know if it's the biggest or if it's the second biggest, because it's like typically like neck and neck with West. But I know when it's back in person, dude, next year, people are going to be like I'm going to be emotional. Like I can't wait. We're so close, and
it's probably how I'm gonna feel when all this starts later this week. You know,
I mean, we didn't get it last year, so like to see it back, I know
it was depressing going through June without anything really.
Like
we had some things like the PlayStation event, but it was not the same.
And the PlayStation event was so great too because it felt like something was here. It felt like we were getting something again. And it was some really good announcements too. I mean, but I'm curious, and like seeing the Game Awards was great. Like Jeff always, does his best, I think. And like I've said before, I think he's like an extremely passionate dude. So I'm very excited to see whatever this Game Fest thing is. But I'm looking forward to it.
He'll have a short few heavy hitters. You know, I think there's going to be a couple things. Stuff.
Yeah,
and he always seems to get some big stuff for his shows. I know, like last year with the Summer Game Fest, it was weird because it was really the only thing that we had. But like we got Crash 4 out of it. We got Tony Hawk remastered out of it. There was a couple big
Oh,
things.
I didn't. He did one last year.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh, no
because
way.
they
Okay.
didn't do E3, so he was like, you know what, screw it, I'll do my own.
Oh, no way. Okay.
So like we got a couple of things, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Back, with Nintendo, there's so many series to pick from. Like I have like every one of their series almost written down. But I think one game that I think will definitely be announced is Super Mario Party 2 or a new Mario Party of some sort. There's
Definitely.
no
Yeah.
way they did that online update with no intentions in their mind of implementing it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That
And did you
was
also see too that they pulled the new update for the
I
Switch
did hear
for
about
who
that.
knows for
Yeah.
what reason?
Hmm.
Who knows for what
Maybe it was
reason?
like
But
some kind of bug, data breach or something like that where they caught it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they do another Super Mario Party, it'll have full like regular controller support along with Joy-Cons, so people with like the Switch Lite can play. People can play it, just normally. It'll be like a normal Mario Party.
Yeah,
And
that would be
I just
nice.
I hope if they do a new one, it's more polished and more refined than Super Mario Party, because it was a step in the right direction, but it was like
Mm-hmm.
the small steps, like they're getting there.
Yeah.
But
Like, give me another Mario Party 6. Woo!
yeah, funny enough, tomorrow I'm playing Mario Party 6 for the first time in 4 years.
Nice.
I'm very hyped to play it with the boys tomorrow. We've been
Nice.
doing one Mario Party board per month, depending
I
on
like that.
what month it is. So it's June Mario Party 6. Next month we're gonna torture ourselves and play 7.
Nice.
Because last time we played 7, it did not go well.
Mm-hmm.
I think a new Kirby will be announced, and a lot of people think it's going to be in 3D, or at least like, I want them to do like a Mario 3D World Kirby game.
That would be cool.
Like have it like, like Mario 3D World, not like a full like 3D platformer, but like stylized kind of like 3D World where you have open
Definitely.
areas,
Yeah.
because they've exhausted Kirby in 2D. They've done enough.
No, I agree.
They've done as much as they can. We'll probably get also Animal Crossing update since there hasn't been anything big
God,
lately.
that would be nice.
Are
I mean,
you
I
still
haven't
are you
touched that
still
game in
playing?
such.
No, you
Nah,
stopped.
dude, I haven't touched it in like 2 months.
Oh man.
Which stinks,
Yeah.
but they didn't do anything with the game.
It was fun in the first couple months, and it came out at the best time it could ever come out.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of it.
Yeah.
The Mario update was cool. I hope they do something similar with Zelda for Zelda's 35th. But they need more to that. And they need quality of life improvements to it. Because the text boxes.
That's the biggest thing.
Oh my god. Do you want to craft
know.
this? Are you sure you want to craft this?
Yeah.
They can make so many quality of life updates to it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's a game that I think would support with a Switch Pro very well, because the load times getting into every oh god, it pissed me off.
True.
At first I was fine with it, but then I was like,
same.
All right, I gotta wait for it to load. All right, as well, shut up. Loads again.
Same.
All right, cool. Now I'm out of my house. Now I don't want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's pretty much everything on my end.
There's the rumor about a Donkey Kong game. That
I
was
didn't
one of
even
the
think
big.
of that. Yeah,
that was one of the big rumors. That it's
that would be cool.
being worked on by the Odyssey team.
Ooh, that would be nice.
I would like to see them attempt it in 3D. Because like DK64 was very experimental for Rare at the time, because it was like it was after Banjo Kazooie, but it was before Tooie, and the things that they did in DK64 weren't the best. They had a lot. There was too much to collect. So if they can make a 3D DK game that's not as crazy and hectic, but still fun and has the DK feel to it, then I'm all for it. And if anybody can do it, it's the Odyssey team.
For sure, definitely.
And that's also another series where I think they've exhausted themselves for it being in 2D, because Tropical Freeze was a masterpiece. 10 out of 10.
I've heard nothing but good things.
They can't. It will be a shock to me if they could do something else with Donkey Kong Country that will surpass Tropical Freeze, because it's perfection to me.
Nice. I like that.
They sent out email, I guess, to some people asking if they would buy a new WarioWare game for $50.
WarioWare, I saw that. I would, and I think that's a perfect game for the Switch. Yeah, I do too.
And I think that has a good chance of showing up.
I
think that has a very good chance of showing up.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Splatoon 3, I know they just announced it in February. It depends when it releases next year. They did say next year, but if it's an early 2022 game, then I see them doing it and then having it on the Treehouse. If it's a late 2022 game, I could see it skipping this entire direct. That one's a very weird one where it's like it could show up, it could not. You don't really know.
Yeah, definitely.
I know a lot of people would like to see a new Mario and Luigi game.
Oh yeah, it's been a minute.
Alpha Dream did go bankrupt, and those were the developers for it. But Nintendo could just grab it and give it to anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
We just had Paper Mario last year, so it's kind of in line for Mario and Luigi to get another game. But they used to pump those games out every single year in the 3DS's life. There were so many 3DS Mario and Luigi games. There was a leaker a couple months ago who I think they got a couple things right, and on there was Paper Mario 1 remake, and I would completely lose my shit if that happens.
That would be cool.
But we're not even a year after Origami King. I don't know if they would do that. It would be very weird if they go and just go back to the roots with a remake already, not even a year after Origami King's release.
Yeah.
Mother 3.
Yeah, who knows? Exactly. Yeah.
Listen, we have Terry Crews saying on Twitter
asking for it
that he wants Mother 3. I doubt it would happen, but
internet would explode.
Oh my god, that would be the talk of the week.
Yeah, literally.
I think Mario Golf will get a short thing and maybe announce a demo, because it will come out a week, 2 weeks after their direct.
Yeah, it's end of June.
Yeah, so and they did a demo for tennis, so I would imagine that they would do a demo for golf.
I could see that.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity DLC that's coming out this month. They'll probably show for a couple minutes. Pokemon stuff, they usually do stuff on their own. There might be a trailer or two for some things, and then they might just announce another separate event that they're doing. They could do a Ring Fit Adventure 2, because I know Ring Fit 1 sold insanely well.
Sold very well, yeah.
I would love to see Mii Sports. I know I said this in the last direct predictions. I want Wii Sports back. I don't care if it's just a compilation of all the old games. Just, you could do it. If they're putting Skyward Sword on Switch with motion controls, they could put Wii Sports on.
Yeah.
That's easy. Agree. And that will print money for Nintendo.
Oh, 100%.
That would, oh my god, people would go ape shit.
Yeah. I agree.
I think it's too early for Pikmin 4, even though they said it's...
I think so too.
It's been in development for a while, apparently. I don't want to see anything from Fire Emblem. I really don't. I'm sick
Yeah, I
of
don't
seeing.
care about
I'm
that either.
sick of seeing Fire Emblem.
No more anime sword characters,
Oh God.
Maybe a Smash character reveal.
Oh yeah, I was just about to go into that because I think
Yeah.
I've hit pretty much everything
Crash and
besides
Smash.
Monolith Software, the guys who do Xenoblade. I think they might reveal something. Maybe something else on No More Heroes 3. I would love a Switch Online update.
Yeah,
I
with some new
doubt
stuff.
it. I doubt it. But
Yeah, exactly.
if they announced 64 games on it, that would be sweet.
Oh, that would be nice.
But that also kind of goes hand in hand with what else they're doing for Zelda, because I would love just to see more ports of games for Zelda like they did with Mario. I think the guys who first, I guess, leaked 3D All Stars last year. I did not mute Facebook. The guys who leaked 3D All Stars last year, I think it's VGC.com. It's a website ran by one of the former Rare guys.
Oh, okay.
They were like one of the first ones to put out 3D All Stars report back in like March, and you know that obviously became true. They said something about Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming to Switch. I fully expect that.
I do too. Yeah.
They might show something else for Skyward Sword HD, but there's not really much to show because one, the game's been out for 10 years. Two, the game comes out next month.
Yeah, true.
I just want to know that we're gonna get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
I know that's all Emily
HD.
wants is Wind Waker.
And I want them to port the 3D remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I do not want the 64 versions. That would piss me off. I just want them to, because like the 3DS remakes are so pretty, and they're
so good.
they all they got to do is slap a new coat of paint on them a little bit, and then they're good to go.
Yeah.
I want to see Star Fox, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Smash.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, I think.
Smash
I can't
is.
even think what else.
Smash
is
it.
a given.
And if you want to dive into that, I have a couple small hints or.
Yeah, I go for it. I gotta head out, but like,
yeah,
go for it. Let's
problem.
bust through
yeah,
it.
we'll wrap this up. I think Crash is getting in 100%. That's the one everybody's been saying. So if everybody's saying it, it's probably not going to happen. But I want Crash, and then another one everybody's been wanting is Dr. Eggman.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
I want Dante.
I feel like with Steve, anything could freaking happen.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that they'll reveal the last two fighters. And then I think they'll wrap it up. I don't know if they'll for sure do like a second or a third Fighters Pass. But I don't really know. And I think I have an idea for them. They'll reveal the last few characters. Then they'll have like a whole recap video at the end, finally saying everyone is here. And then you will see like a TV fade out where it says everyone's here. And you'll see a silhouette of Waluigi.
Oh my god,
he takes his... And I drew this out in a comic, and I'll send it to you later because I was dying. He smacks the TV with his tennis racket and his baseball club. He runs, gets in his cart, rushes off, and then there's like a scene of Luigi fighting. Waluigi comes down with his tennis racket like Banjo did with his banjo, smacks Luigi over the top of the head, and then Waluigi steps off the sidelines, and Sakurai never does anything for us ever again. And then if they do Waluigi, and I know a lot of that, me saying that's just joking, if they do Waluigi, I think it'll be like a plant scenario, like Piranha Plant, For those who
True.
bought
Yeah, I
Fighters
could see
Pass
that.
2, here's Waluigi. We're done.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I think there will be a Smash Fighter in the beginning and then near the end of the Direct.
They might do too.
Like just like 2019. Wrap it up, put a nice bow on it, and shock us.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm psyched. I am. It's a good week to be a gamer.
I have one last thing that Nintendo will say right at the end, and I really hope this happens. Mario
What's that?
Odyssey 2.
You think so?
Just do what they did with Breath of the Wild. Just tease it. Just announce it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Cut it off. That would make people ascend. That would be an insane reveal at the end, and I really hope they do it.
Oh, same. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything covered. But I'm hyped, dude.
I'll be texting you when this is going on.
Definitely.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
We're back.
We got
normal.
the Razer E3 key. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that to you, but I know you can't say anything. But
I can't say anything. We have a key.
You can obviously say when it is and time and everything.
God, I don't even know when it is. Let me see. Let me. Let me see. Let me pull up the account. We have keynote is June 14th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
Razer's E3 keynote.
I will be.
It's gonna be.
I will
it's
be
gonna be
watching.
exciting. It'll be exciting.
I don't know if you could say if you're involved in anything like production-wise for it, but
no. I'm just saying. All I can say is that it's happening.
Yeah, I figured.
Which will be exciting.
But I'm gonna watch. I think I'll be at work, but I'll make sure it's on and I'm watching because I'm sure that there's some cool things being revealed.
That's about it. I think.
We're finally back to normal. E3's finally back. I'm hyped.
E3 is back. We're back to gaming. I'm ready.
All right, dude. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And,
I always love doing these, but I'll keep you posted with all the good. And same with me. Anytime you hear any leaks, send them my way.
Now watch tomorrow. They're like, "Oh, Nintendo Switch Pro," and then we miss it by a day.
Yeah, right.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Oh God, knock on wood. We'll see.
Oh my God. All right, dude. Nice talking to you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you too. I will. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. All right. See ya.